What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's the Brando Dude, and guys, I have a new video for you guys. We are going up against Blue-Eyes Primite. Yes, the new hype deck that recently came out, the new tier 1 deck. This deck has been seen some recent success and has been doing pretty good. Yeah, Blue-Eyes White Dragon structure deck is quite amazing. Honestly, this deck's consistency is also insane. Can play a good number of hand traps, and yeah, Primite engine helps a bit. I'm not really a fan of the Primite engine in Blue-Eyes. Yeah, I mean, that's my opinion. I think Primite engine doesn't do too much. Sure, it's cool. You have Primite Drill Beam, has that, which is a negate and a banish technically. I mean, that's pretty decent, but that's my opinion. I've watched some duels of the Primite engine being played in Blue-Eyes. I wasn't really a fan of it, but anyways, that's my opinion. Cool, whatever, we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, Branded versus Blue-Eyes Primite. So let's see how it goes. So here in the rock paper scissors, we did win, and I chose to go first. Opening hands, we open a Luba, Super Poly, Cold Buy, Adlib, and Fusion Deployment. Opponent opens Purge, Veiler, Maiden, Jet Dragon, and Sage with Eyes of Blue. So we enter main phase, and first we go Fusion Deployment, because remember, also one thing I want to point out here, I knew I was going up against a Blue-Eyes Primite engine, because I was just trying to test Branded against the deck. So I asked my friend, my bro, listen, play this deck with the Primite engine, I want to see how Branded does against it. Cool. So yeah, we go Fusion Deployment because we know for a fact Blue-Eyes plays Veiler and also Imperm. So yeah, we got to put Cartesia out there first. We don't get hit with a Molchami card here. Cool. Cartesia, normal summon, Luba, effect. Opponent goes Chainlink to Purge. Damn. Not expecting Purge here, but yeah, Blue-Eyes can play Purge. That's a really good hand trap here. Also activating here, really strong. To which now we go Chainlink 3 Cartesia. We attempt to perform a fusion summon, but opponent does go Chainlink for effect Veiler, targeting Cartesia. Now here I decide not to use Kolbai. Because I knew I was going up against the Blue-Eyes, I decided, you know what? Save the Kolbai for Maiden of White. Also, I guess another indicator now, if you're going up against a Blue-Eyes play, is that Blue-Eyes they can and most probably will play Dominus Purge as well. So yeah, save the Kolbai for that. Also, you can use Cartesia during your opponent's turn, and technically you do have Super Poly, but we're not going to use those two. So we let the Purge and Veiler resolve and stop our plays, and we set Super Poly, Kolbai, and we pass turn. Opponent draws into Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons, and he goes to main phase, normal summon Sage, effect, we'll get a search. He searches another copy of Maiden of White. He then links off into the link 1, Spirit with Eyes of Blue, which will get its search effect for the field spell on summon. That resolves. And now here we do go Cartesia effect, performing a fusion summon to go into Grand Gugno. The reason why we do this is because there's a good chance that the link 1 will use this effect to reborn a Blue-Eyes from grave. So on resolution of that, we can potentially trigger Grand Gugno. So we set up Grand Gugno pretty early, and then we go Grand Gugno effect to Foolish Burial Titan Eclat, just so that it's there in the end phase, just so that's there. I was planning, hopefully, that Titan can summon Albaz during the end phase here. So yeah, opponent activates a field spell. Now he would use its effect, targeting the link, and he's going to Foolish Burial Blue-Eyes White Dragon. Opponent then activates Maiden of White, the effect to set True Light onto his field, but to this we do Kolbai it, stopping that play. So yeah, no True Light for him, and that's going to hinder a bit of his combos during his turn now. Now here my opponent then normal summons Maiden of White. He then uses a Link's effect, tributing itself to summon Blue-Eyes White Dragon. I don't use Grand Gugno here too early. I could have used it because Grand Gugno will banish, summon Quem. Quem could Foolish Burial, what's its name? Fallen of Albaz. We could have went for that, because then when you perform a synchro summon, I'm not sure what it could have went to. Obviously there's Blue-Eyes Spirit Dragon, this is a level 8, that's a level 9. Crimson Dragon is another one. I don't think he could summon any what's the name, any synchro monster that has a negate immediately. I don't think that would have been an option for him, but yeah, I could have used Grand Gugno a bit early, but I decided, you know what, let's hold on to it. Don't use it yet. Yeah, here my opponent then synchro summons into Blue-Eyes Spirit Dragon. He then uses its effect, tributing itself, and he summons Crimson Dragon from the deck. He's going to activate Crimson Dragon's on summon effect to search a spell that mentions Crimson, but to this we change Super Poly because we don't want Crimson Dragon to resolve its effect. There's a good chance, yeah, he could summon Cosmic Blazer here, but Crimson Dragon does need to return itself to the extra deck, if I believe, yeah, because it says target one level 7 or higher synchro. on the field, return this card to extra deck, and if you do. So yeah, it has to return itself. So we decide, you know what, no, let's stop that. Sure, I could have waited for him to activate it, but you know, I don't see a way he's going to be, wait, hold up. Yeah, I don't see a way he will be able to reborn Crimson from the graveyard. So yeah, we use Super Poly as Chaining 2, and we summon Mud Dragon. So he gets the search, he searches Synchro Rumble, which can reborn a tuner or level 8 7 or 8 dragon synchro monster in his grave. So yeah, he can summon Maiden of White, and okay, Spirit Dragon is not a tuner monster there, so Maiden of White is the only target he can summon off that spell. He then activates Roar, the Blue-Eyes Roar, not the Primite Roar, and then chaining to be Dugo Mud Dragon, just declaring light, because remember the field spell targets a monster on his field, and also Maiden of White can trigger when it's targeted. So we just got Mud Dragon pretty early, so now he cannot target his light monsters for any effect. But also, like, you gotta realize that Blue-Eyes White Dragon, most of the deck, the monsters, they're all light. So yeah, we just go Mud Dragon, you know, just in case there's something that pops up. Cool. He summons another Blue-Eyes from his deck off the spell, and here he activates Synchro Rumble to reborn Maiden, so he has the tuner. And now he will Synchro Summon into Blue-Eyes Spirit Dragon. Enters battle phase, he declares an attack, so he takes 600 damage. Now here, during the damage step, a couple of effects here are triggering, so I'm just going to play through, because here, you know, it was a bit of a mess at first. But basically what's happening here is that on the destruction of Mud Dragon, what's happening is that, okay, don't worry about that. Okay, cool. So what happens here is that since he's turn player, it's going to be Chainlink 1, Jet Dragon, to summon itself because a card was destroyed. Chainlink 2, I'm going to go Aluber, targeting Spirit to reborn itself, but also I was using Aluber just to put a body on the field. But here my opponent, he does realize that, oh wait, he can actually use Spirit Dragon to negate Aluber's effect in grave, because Spirit Dragon is a negate activation, so it can activate during the damage step. So Chainlink 1, Jet Dragon, Chainlink 2 Aluber, and Chainlink 3 Spirit Dragon. So yeah, Aluber doesn't get summoned, Jet Dragon summoned itself, attacks for 3k, so we take an extra 3k damage. Main phase 2, he uses Spirit to summon Blue Ultimate Spirit Dragon, the new Synchro monster for Blue-Eyes. Pretty cool looking card as well. On resolution though, on its summon, we do go Chainlink 1 Grand Gugno. And now the reason what was happening here is, obviously, yeah, sure, we could argue that using Grand Gugno now was obviously a bad play. This Grand Gugno should have resolved a long time ago. I agree, it should have. But I decided to use Grand Gugno here because I wanted to bait Ultimate Spirit's negate effect. Obviously, the issue is that this Synchro monster is going to get destroyed during end phase because of Spirit Dragon, and when it gets destroyed, he can reborn a light dragon monster from his grave, which can be Spirit Dragon. And now Spirit Dragon is a soft once per turn, so basically when Spirit Dragon hits the field, he can negate a graveyard effect, so he can negate Titanic Clad with this. So yeah, this was, honestly, you could argue, yeah, this was a misplay using only Grand Gugno. Now this should have been used early. We should have summoned this much earlier, put Quem, put Albaz into the grave, and then when he synchro summoned into Blue-Eyes Jet Dragon, we could have summoned Albaz. The issue is there was a good chance we may not. Yeah, I don't think we would have had a card in hand to discard if we use Super Poly pretty early, unless we were just willing to sacrifice not using Super Poly and just try to resolve Albaz, which I guess you could say there was a good chance that could have resolved. So yeah, you could argue that was a misplay. Anyways, Chainlink 1 Grand Gugno, opponent lets this resolve, so we summon Quem effect to Foolish Burial, to which my opponent does negate with Ultimate Spirit, which also boosts its attack by 1000, but it's only until, yeah, end of this turn. Cool, he attempts to enter his end phase. In end phase, Spirit Dragon's effect resolves, destroying Ultimate. Ultimate will trigger to reborn. He summons Spirit Dragon. Now here we go Cartesia. Here my opponent thought I was activating Titanic Clad, not Cartesia. So Cartesia is going to add itself to hand, but he is going to negate Titanic Clad with Spirit Dragon. So yeah, we don't get Albaz to our hand or onto the field in the end phase. So yeah, cool. We pass turn, we draw into Springen's Kit. We enter main phase. Now here I decide to go normal summon Kit effect, so we can search Brand of Fusion. Cool, add Brand of Fusion, put back Cartesia, but on resolution, my opponent does go Spirit Dragon here, tag it out, and he's going to summon from his extra deck Blue-Eyes Spirit Dragon, which is technically an Omni Negate. Cool, here I decide, you know what, losing position, we don't have anything for Quem to summon, and who knows what on earth he's gonna do there, because yeah, Blue Eyes White Dragons all big monsters with big attack. I decided let's not play. I'm not gonna sit through it all. So we scoop, and now opponent won game number 1. So game number 2, guys. We're going first. We open Lost, Grass, Opening, Allure, and Magnemite. Opponent opens Sage, Colby, Wishes for Eyes of Blue, Insane Spell card, Imperm, and Maiden of White. So yeah, we open pretty good. Luckily for us, our opponent does not have Ash Blossom or Dominus Purge, I guess. So first off, we don't go Opening or Allure first. I just go Lost, and then I decide, you know, we're going to activate Grass to bait out Ash Blossom. But luckily for us, our opponent does not have Ash Blossom, so we are going to mold 20 cards. So yeah, there are 20 cards, they just get mold there. So we're going to let that all do its thing, and we are here. So 20 cards get mold. So you see we do mold, technically we mold 3 Albaz names. We mold Fusion, Red, and Brown and White. So we have an option of 3 spells to add to hand, and then we mold a Serenia. So Serenia will trigger its effect to Foolish Barrel Retribution. Cool. Serenia effect, Foolish Barrel Retribution. So we have either Branded Fusion, Branded in Red, or Branded in White, or even High Spirits to add to hand. We then go Magnemite first, banishing a Serenia. The reason why I do this is because I want to place Regained first before activating Branded Fusion. So yeah, Mag effect will get its end phase search, and then we go Lebellion. Here my opponent does not use Imperm, so we place Regained. We then go Albion the Shrouded, sending Branded Sword, putting itself back into the deck. Sword just there as a setup, so it's there. We then go Retribution, and we add Branded in White instead. The reason why is because if my opponent has, well, I mean, he would have ashed, what's its name? Grass, so we just add Branded in White because I'm like, you know what? We don't need Brand Fusion, we can actually resolve. We'll do our fusions with Branded White first. So we banish Kit and Albaz, summon Lebellion, channeling 1 Lebellion, discarding Opening, channeling 2 Lost, and channeling 3 we go Regain, targeting Albaz, not Kit, because Sword, Branded Sword in our grave will be able to add Kit back to hand. So yeah, we just shuffle back an Albaz, and we draw into a Bestial Lebellion, we search Mercuria, and we shuffle the Albaz in our grave and Lebellion. Boom, here comes Merjade. We then go to Bestial Lebellion, searching Druisworm. And then we also go Allure of Darkness, drawing into Thrust, Aluba, and we banish Mercuria. Mercuria will get a search. We search Albion the Shrouded, whose effect we already used, but it's fine. Sword, going to add Kit to hand, and then we're going to special summon Kit, and then Kit on summon effect will add Branded Fusion and Grave back to our hand. Our opponent does not use Imperm here. He's saving onto it. I guess yeah, that's fair. You can just Imperm Merjade during his turn. We add Branded Fusion, and we put back Shrouded Dragon, activate Branded Fusion. So now here's the thing, we already summoned Lebellion, so I was thinking of if there was a way to summon Albion the Branded, and if we could put it into the grave the same turn, but there wasn't a way for us to do that. Yeah, so yeah, and also both Cartesias are in the graveyard, so you know that was a bit rough. So I decided, okay, listen, what we can do is we can send Albaz, and we can send a Telement monster, summon Lebellion again, then we go the Telement name, shuffle back the Fusion and the Telement, going to Dragus Depelia. But the issue is that I realized that I only have 1 copy of Branded Red, which is engraved, so I decided, you know what, we're going to send Albaz, and we're going to send Tragedy instead, because I want Tragedy to set Branded in Red. I know, maybe this is a very dumb play, I don't know, you know, this could have been a bit risky, but you know, we went for it. So yeah, Lebellion doesn't get its effect because it's once per turn. Yeah, it's only a once per turn effect, and then we just use Tragedy to set Branded in Red. We normal summon a Luba effect, getting a search. So now we have Branded in Red and Branded Banishment, set Banishment, and we attempt to pass turn. No Nibiru, cool. End phase, we just get Mag effect, which is going to add Serenia to hand. Opponent draws for turn, he draws into the Primite Lordy Load, yeah, cool. Enters main phase, Imperm on Merjade, cool, that's fine, but on the resolution of Imperm, we just go Merjade, dumping Renbrum, so that, boom, we have a way to summon Albaz during our opponent's turn. Yeah, my opponent here then activates the Primite Lordly Load, searches Ether, Barrel, normal summons Barrel effect, channeling 1, then we go channeling 2, Regain to Reborn Mag. Barrel will set Primite Drill Beam, and then on resolution we go Mag effect, so we get that end phase search. The reason, yeah, also this is pretty good because now we have dragons on the field, and we also technically have Banishment, which is actually a really strong card to use against Blue Eyes. Opponent then links off into the Spirits with Eyes of Blue. On summon effect, we'll search the field spell. We don't activate anything here. Opponent activates the field spell target and then uses the field spell effect to target his blink, which we allow to resolve. So he foolish burials Blue Eyes White Dragon. Normal summon Sage with additional normal summon of the field spell, and its effect on summon will search an effect value. So he has a hand trap for next turn. Opponent then activates the Primite spell to reborn Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now here's the thing. The issue is that when you use this effect of load is that when you can declare one name and then special summon one declared normal monster from your hand, deck, or grave, and then once you do, you cannot activate the special summon, cannot activate the effects of special summon monsters on the field this turn. So basically, it locks you out after you use the effect. So yeah, Blue Eyes player realized that was he forgot about that, so now he can't activate anything. Yeah, he realized he shouldn't have used that, as he said there. So anyways, he synchros into Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. So that was a misplay from him. It really was. That was a hard misplay, actually. It was a really hard misplay. Anyways, he goes Maiden of White, setting True Light. Obviously, we don't have anything to negate this. Uses True Light to reborn a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Cool. Maiden of White will trigger to reborn itself. So now he has a level 1 tuner. First, he enters battle phase, destroying Magnemite. Then the Link will destroy Kit. I believe Kit is being the Blue Eyes White Dragon is being boosted by the field spell, because basically when he targeted and he sent the Blue Eyes White Dragon, it boosted the Link's attack basically by 800. Yeah, by 800 I think it is, unless I'm wrong, but yeah, 800. And then Blue Eyes White Dragon will attack Aluba, which was good because I needed sure, we have Owlbears in grave, but I wanted Aluba to hit the graveyard, so that way we have a target for banishment and for branded in red. Anyway, still in battle phase, I decide to go Serenia, just banishing, I think, what do I banish? His Blue Eyes White Dragon, just so that we have another dragon monster on the field, basically just as fusion material. Then still in battle phase, we got branded banishment, targeting the Aluba. Opponent then goes Chainlink to Kolbai, targeting Aluba, and then we just go Brandon Red, targeting Aluba. So we have a way to, we had a good chance of baiting out an Imperm, I mean not Imperm, a Kolbai, or even it could have been a Bestial, you know, but yeah, lucky for us, Brandon Red resolves. And now we fusion away what its name, Lubellion, Serenia, to go into Chaos Star Source Dragon. On res it will be Chainlink 1 Star Source. We target True Light, and we target his Primite Lordly Load. Chainlink 2 regain to shuffle back our Fusion Lubellion, and then we go Chainlink 3, obviously Branded Lost, to get a search. So yeah, we search Mercuria, we shuffle back Lubellion, and we draw into Book of Eclipse, and we pop the trap and spell. And now on resolution it will be Chainlink 1 the trap, because it was destroyed, it's going to blow up the opponent's own field. So yeah, all his monsters get destroyed. And yeah, so a good way of playing against Blue Eyes is obviously trying to pop True Light. I think if your opponent's able to summon a Azure, that Synchro, Azure, Silver Dragon, whatever, it does protect his monsters by being destroyed by card effects, you know. But I don't think that's an easy way for them to bring it out. But yeah, that is one way. Hitting the trap card is a good way to deal with the Blue Eyes board. Opponent attempts to, he actually goes to main phase 2, activates the spell Wishes of Eyes of Blue, discarding Evaler and searching Maiden and Roar of the Blue-Eyed. Activates Roar to summon Blue Eyes White Dragon from Banished. And then he's going to go the Wishes for Eyes of Blue to equip Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon to the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And he's going to attempt to leave main phase. So yeah, unfortunately for the Blue Eyes player, it was a misplay using Lordly Load effect to summon Blue Eyes, because it locked him out of activating Special Summon Monsters effect on the field. That was a misplay, guys. So if any of you guys are playing the Blue Eyes deck, do be careful of that effect. Anyways, in end phase, High Spirits will add to hand. Because Rinbrum was sent to grave. Cartesia will add to hand. We don't use Rinbrum effect in the end phase. I'd say, you know, we're in a good position and we have a lot of cards in our hand, so we draw for turn. Unfortunately here, guys, remember Magnemite was supposed to resolve, but don't worry, I do remember that at some point. So we change in main phase, we change Star Source and Lubellion to attack. Cartesia will attempt to summon itself, and then we normal summon Aluba, so that's way Aluba can dodge Imperm with Cartesia. Luba will get a search. So here we were out of our branded spells and traps, because we only play one copy of red, one copy of white, one copy of obviously branded fusion. So yeah, lost and regain already there. So I just got to search, mold the deck a bit further, search opening, then go Cartesia effect, and we chain opening because we're going to summon Quem here. Dump High Spirit, summon Quem. Cartesia resolves, we send a Luba and itself to go into Grand Gugno. On res, it's going to be Chainlink 1, Grand Gugno, Chainlink 2, Quem. Quem, I think we were, Quem was attempting to reborn Kit, and Chainlink 3 lost. We search Shrouded, reborn Kit in attack, and then we also just Foolish Burial ad libitum, so there it's in the grave. Kit's effect, we'll get a recycle, so we recycle Retribution to our hand, and we put back Thrust. We put back Thrust. And here I realized, oh, Mag was supposed to resolve, so I just added Bestial Rebellion from my graveyard, not from my deck. And then we enter battle phase. Mirror Jade destroys Blue-Eyes White Dragon. Unfortunately, its defense is 2500. So we could have banished it, but decided, Mirror Jade can just destroy by battle, attack, and my opponent did not have any way to protect himself, so this was game, guys. So we attack with our monsters for game, cool. And we win game number 2. So game number 2 we won. Unfortunately, Blue Eyes player did misplay with that Primite Lordly Load continuous spell, which locked him out of activating monster effects on the field. So that was a big misplay from him, which cost him, I would say that did cost him the duel. But I think we did have a good setup there. I think we would have been in a good position still. But that misplay, guys, do remember about that effect if you ever play Blue Eyes Primite. So game number 3, guys, we open Kit, Rebellion, Super Poly, Duplication, and High Spirits. Opponent opens D Barrier, Ash. Listen, these two, that's enough for you. Imperm, Primite Lord, and Blue Eyes White Dragon. So unfortunately, this is not like he doesn't have cards good cards to make use of his engine, but he does have decent ways to stop us. Imperm, Ash, and D Barrier. D Barrier itself is enough. So Blue Eyes player activates Primite Lordly Load, getting searches Barrel. Normal summon Barrel, obviously, effect will set Primite Draw Beam. Links off into the Link 1, effect will search the field spell. Here it is a bit rough. He's going to use the field spell to Foolish Burial a Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then here he decides, okay, he knows, he doesn't have much to do. So now he's going to use Primite Lordly Load to reborn Blue Eyes from his graveyard, which will lock him out of activating special summon monsters effects on the field this turn. And now he's just going to link off into Seals. Seals. And he's going to set D Barrier and Imperm and attempt to pass turn. What's happening here? So here he tried to use Primite Lord's effect again to reborn itself, but don't worry, he does realize that he can't do it. I wasn't paying attention here, so I didn't realize he couldn't do that again. But don't worry, opponent does realize, oh wait, he's not allowed to do it. So anyways, we draw for turn, we draw into a Luba. We go to main phase, and first we start off with Bestial Rebellion, and there, guys, he does realize, oh wait, he can't summon Blue Eyes White Dragon again because he already used the effect. Anyways, cool. With Rebellion, this does resolve, so we search Serenia. We search Serenia obviously because we have High Spirits in hand, so cool. And also now we have a Bestial to deal with Seals to banish it from grave so it doesn't get its effect when it's tributed. Normal summon Luba effect here. Now my opponent doesn't use Imperm because obviously, he has D Barrier, and he has Ash. He doesn't need to negate this. So we search Brand Fusion. We activate Fusion and he activates D Barrier on us, so we're locked out of fusions. So we attempt to enter battle phase. I don't use Serenia yet because I decide, okay, we have High Spirits in hand, so I think we're fine. We attack Seals, but then on attack declaration, opponent does go Seals, bouncing a Luba to hand. So I don't know if this was a good idea. I think maybe he should have bounced something else, like I guess Primite Lordly Load, giving back a Luba to our hand. I guess, okay, you get rid of a monster off our field. So I don't know. I felt like it would have been better just bounce these cards to hand, keep the Luba on field. I don't know. Actually, no, I have Super Poly in hand. Forget what I said there, guys. Opponent then goes Seals. Unfortunately, we couldn't Bestial that because opponent didn't have a monster on the field when it activates effect tributing stuff. So Seals will summon a Blue Eyes from deck. I guess, opponent doesn't play Bestials, and what's this? He can't summon Barrel because Barrel is only gets its effect when it's summoned. So Blue Eyes Blue Eyes Dragon's the only valid target. If he was playing Bestials, he could have summoned Mag, and that would have been good. I think Bestials should be played in Blue Eyes. That's my opinion. I think Blue Eyes would be really, Bestials, sorry, it's Bestials, not Bestials. Bestials would be really good in Blue Eyes, but anyways, moving on. In main phase 2, I decided to go Serenia instead of using High Spirits because I want to summon Rebellion. and also we locked out of fusion. So yeah, so I decided, you know what, I want to summon Rebellion, so we use Serenia, banishing his Blue Eyes White Dragon. Tribute, Serenia, summon Rebellion, and then Serenia effect will Foolish Burial, Brand of Retribution. That's why we just have access to Brand of Fusion, just so it's there. That's why I sent Retribution. Rebellion here will attempt to place Lost or Regain, but we gets hit with Imperm. Totally fine, we don't change Super Poly here. I decided, you know what, we're going to save Super Poly for our opponent's turn, or, you know, for another play. We set Duplication, we set Super Poly, and we attempt to pass turn. Yeah, opponent allows to go 3, he has nothing there, so he draws for turn and he draws into Fate Vader. Unfortunate, no engine there. Goes to standby phase, Barrel will add itself to hand during his standby phase. Main phase 1, he does normal summon Barrel, effect, he searches another copy of Primite Lordly Load. So yeah, guys, listen, I don't know what Primite cards, you know, Blue Eyes decks would play. I guess, I don't know, they obviously play 3 Primite Lordly Load and maybe 1 Drill Beam. I think there is one called Primite Roar, right? I'm not sure what exactly it does, but yeah, he searches another continuous spell. Cool. Yeah, anyways, so he normal summons Effect Veiler, links off Barrel into the Link 1, and then here uses a Link 1 to reborn Blue Eyes from his hand. He can summon from his hand, right? You can special summon, yeah, hand or grave. Okay, cool. He then synchros off into Blue-Eyes Spirit Dragon. Enters battle phase. Actually no, he doesn't enter battle phase. He uses the field spell, but he realizes he already has all 3 of his Blue Eyes out of his deck, so yeah, he can't use that effect. Anyways, he doesn't enter battle phase because Rebellion is 3000 defense. Obviously, he could have used this effect, Spirit, to summon ultimates, and that would have 500 additional attack, but he decided to hold off onto Blue Eyes Spirit. Anyways, he passes turn and we draw into Mercuria. Yeah, we draw into Mercuria. We normal summon Luba, Effecture, gets the search. We search Branded Lost, activate Lost, and then we go Rebellion to place Regained. Cool. We then go Retribution. Yeah, no, we go Super Poly, discarding High Spirits. So we send our Beast to Rebellion and both of these dragons to go into Chaos Star Source Dragon. Now here, Chainlink 1 Star Source, just targeting this card, and Chainlink 2 Lost. Now here's the thing, guys, I forgot that Chaos Star Source Dragon can actually target 3 cards on the field because I used 3 light dragons on the field. Basically, it can target cards on the field up to the number of materials used, but it has to be light and dark. Okay, so I could have basically blew up his entire back row, just 1, 2, and 3, the entire Primite. I just popped 1 for some reason, but yeah, anyways, it doesn't really matter because this Drill Beam, which I knew it was Drill Beam, is dead. Because, I mean, he hasn't even used this his entire time. So, yeah, it was just dead. So, Chainlink 1, Star Source, Chainlink 2, Lost. And then under that protection to where our opponent cannot respond, we just go Retribution to add Brand of Fusion. Pop the set card, search Albion the Shrouded. And, yeah, we then go Albion the Shrouded. And we send Branded Swords just so it's out of our deck. We draw into Albaz. We then go Branded Fusion, which gets hits with Ash Blossom. And luckily for us, we have Fusion Duplication. So, we're going to target Branded Fusion. Perform a fusion. We send Albaz, and I think we send Sharon. Yeah, I think we do send Sharon. Yeah, we send Sharon. Going to Rebellion. Chainlink 1 Rebellion, discarding Albaz, and Chainlink 2 Lost. Wait, hold up. This was a misplay. Yeah, that was a misplay. That wasn't supposed to happen. So yeah, anyways, so this was the illegal activation. Yeah, because I did use Lost to search what's his name, Albion Shroud. So that was a misplay there, guys. Unfortunately, this wasn't supposed to be a thing. So anyways, whatever follows here was not supposed to happen whatsoever. But generally, let's just admit, Blue Eyes player, he didn't have enough gas. Unfortunately, no engine. Even if we didn't get that search, we could have fusion summoned into Aquaritus instead, because adding that Cartesia was illegal, so we can't bring out Grand Gogno, but we can summon Aquaritus and summon Merjade, and then we can summon Kit. Kit can search Branded and White here, so we will still have game. So yeah, guys, unfortunately, this was a misplay. Not a misplay, illegal activation. But yeah, anyways, we would still be able to set up enough damage on board. Merjade there for 3000, Aquaritus here for 2-5, Kit for 1-7, and then we could also use Brand White, banish Albaz and Sereniet against to go into Barrel of Furious. That's enough damage for a game. So yeah, unfortunately, this Branded player, Blue Eyes player, ended up losing game number 3. He didn't see his engine, he didn't have enough, unfortunately. So yeah, that was unfortunate for him, and we ended up, luckily for us, we ended up winning game number 3. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to share you this gameplay, obviously just because, you know, I think everyone's very stoked to see Blue-Eyes Primite in action. So yeah, I just want to see how Branded does against it. But yeah, guys, we ended up winning this one. Unfortunate that the Blue-Eyes player did not draw into enough engine. But yeah, guys, that is the gameplay. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And apologies for that illegal activation there. But yeah, that was unfortunate. I can't believe we didn't notice that. But yeah, guys, yeah, Branded, I think it has a good matchup against Blue-Eyes. I don't think we're going to be in a difficult position against the deck, because basically Blue-Eyes, all the whatever monsters on your opponent's field can be used as fusion material. Super Poly is literally the best card against Blue-Eyes, literally, because also the main reason why it's pretty good is because we do play Chaos Star Source Dragon, and literally, if you remember, guys, Star Source Dragon needs 1 light or dark and as many other dragons you want to use, and then on its summon you can basically target any number, well, not any number, up to the number of cards, up to the number of lights and darks you use as fusion material. So if you use, let's say for example your opponent had 3, let's say they have Seals, the Spirit Dragon, and whatever, let's say it's a Blue-Eyes, you can use all 3 dragons and then pop 3 cards on the field. So yeah, honestly, I think Branded has a good matchup against Blue-Eyes. Honestly, we have enough cards to deal with it. You don't even need Alba Lenitus, to be honest. But yeah, guys, anyways, I will be making a video about how Branded can how Branded can beat Blue-Eyes, which most probably will be in my next video. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers.